Hey guys, I'm Matthew, your VB tutor. Today we're looking at how to highlight active rows in Excel. I've got 3 different methods to show you today, including a way to highlight multiple active rows. Here on my screen we've got a table of staff information for the VB company. So let's start with the simple method. First, click anywhere inside the table and press Ctrl A to select the entire range. Then head over to the Home tab, choose Conditional Formatting and click on New Rule. This will create a new rule for the entire selected table. For this we'll use a formula and enter the following: equals row, open and close brackets, equals cell, open bracket, quote marks, row, quote marks, close bracket. Then we'll set the format, so pick a fill color, I'll go with dark orange, and maybe make the font white and bold for a nice pop. Press OK and voila, a row is highlighted. But you'll notice that it doesn't update when you start clicking around. That's because the cell row part of our formula doesn't automatically update. If you press F9, it will update, but we don't want to have to press F9 every time we select a new cell. No worries, we'll fix that. Right click on the Sheet tab at the bottom and select View Code. In the code editor, select Worksheet from the first dropdown. If this routine doesn't show up automatically, just choose SelectionChange from the second dropdown, because essentially we want some code to run every time we select a new cell. So inside this routine, add a simple line, target.calculate. When we switch back to the worksheet now, you'll see that clicking around now updates the highlighted row. Easy. If this solves your needs, you're good to go, but let's take it up a notch. Now, I noticed when clicking outside the table, it still updates. That's not ideal, it doesn't feel very intuitive. So let's refine it. On my second sheet here, we've got the same table and our same conditional formatting set up. We'll jump back into the code for this one and update the SelectionChange event. This time we'll add logic to ensure that the update only happens when we're working inside the table. So here add the following: if not intersect, target, list objects 1 dot range is nothing, then, and on a new line, target calculate, and new line end if. And that's all. Essentially this code checks if the selected cell or cells intersects with the data range of the first table in the worksheet. In VBA we refer to tables as list objects, not tables. Our worksheet only has one table, so we can just reference the number 1. If we have multiple tables, you could reference a particular one with its table name like this. If the target intersects with our table, then the target calculate line runs, ensuring the conditional formatting updates only for the table range. If it doesn't intersect, nothing happens, so no unnecessary updates. But there's still one issue. If you select a large range, like an entire column or multiple columns, Excel can freeze because it's trying to process a massive number of cells. To prevent this, let's add a safeguard at the top of the routine. So we'll just add if target.countLarge is greater than 1000, then exit sub. This line ensures that the routine exits immediately if the selection includes more than 1000 cells. You can adjust this number based on your needs, but it's a good way to keep Excel running smoothly. For the final method, let's tackle highlighting multiple rows. This is a little bit more advanced, but stick with me, I'll walk you through everything. On the third sheet, again, we have the same setup. We'll start by creating a named range. So go to the Formulas tab and click on Name Manager. Create a new named range called Selected Rows, with the scope set to the current worksheet. Don't worry about what it refers to now, we'll handle that in the code. Next, update the conditional formatting formula for the table to this: equals is number, open brackets, search, open brackets, quote marks, semicolon, quote marks, ampersand, row, open and close brackets, ampersand, quote marks, semicolon, quote marks, comma, selected rows, close bracket, close bracket. Then in the worksheet's code, replace the target.calculate with this. This code essentially just loops through each cell in the selected range and builds a string containing all the row numbers, separated by semicolons. The named range selected rows is then updated to reflect this string. The conditional formatting formula then checks if each row in the table is part of this string, highlighting the ones that match. It's like giving Excel a checklist of rows to highlight. It's simple but powerful. Now when you select multiple rows, they'll all light up beautifully. A final note here, you can do this without tables by doing something like this. All you do is simply change your intersect line of code to reference a range instead of the table. And that's it for today's video. If you enjoyed the content, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might find it useful. If you'd like to show my channel a little bit more support, check out my Patreon where I offer some additional perks across 3 membership tiers. Thanks for watching, and until next time, this is your VB Tutor signing out.